edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Headline edition will bring you special reports and interviews in a moment.
How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh. Well, last week, 5,000 or so they claimed. Some reports said 3,000. Then it dwindled to 500 once they got to the stadium. Protesters showed up at the Vikings stadium in Minneapolis, and hi, Justin. And they were protesting the Washington Redskins logo. Why don't I show you something? I didn't see anybody showing up in Chicago. Now look at that. It's damn close to the Redskins logo. Chicago Blackhawks. And was named to honor a World War I division. And they didn't show up at a hockey game and say, hey, remove this logo. And they're calling it racist. You got the Atlanta Braves, of course. They can't stand that one. And then, let me find this story here. The thing that really got me about this is that Sitting Bull himself called Native Americans Redskins. So did another chief from a tribe. These guys show up, the mayor's there, Keith Ellington, congressman. They wrote, rethink, Viking is a job. Now, how the hell is Viking a job? Redskin is a slur. I am not a mascot. Redskins refer to the scalps of my ancestors. Well, in Ohio, an archaeological dig found hundreds of dead bodies, all of whom had been scalped way before any white man ever came to this country. They think it was done by indigenous tribes. And the one that really got me is this quote from a activist, Clyde Bellacourt of Minneapolis. We are standing up against this monster team that is here today, and this Jewish person, Snyder, who should know a little about genocide. There have been millions of people erased in the face of the earth, scalped. Now, you know, I want to know something. Last I heard, Indians took scalps in the French and Indian War. Indians took scalps before that. But I've never heard of Washington Redskins going out and scalping anybody, or any other NFL team, or any other sports team. No one's advocating scalping. You got the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a Indian for a logo. No scalping going on in Kansas City unless it's for tickets. Or maybe you got to line up to go get barbecue. So, why, you know, you got 5,000 or one story said 3,000. They dwindled to 500. And bear with me for a minute while I look something up here. I didn't do it before and I should have. Okay. According to InfoPlease, there's 5.2 of the population. 49% of these are American Indian and Alaska Native only. 51% were American Indian, Native, Alaska Native in combination with one or more of their races. So, and they give you states: California, Oklahoma, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Washington, New York, North Carolina, Florida, Alaska, Michigan, Oregon, Colorado, and Minnesota. And that's more than 100,000 American Indians. Now, that means that out of 100,000 American Indians in Minnesota, 3,000 to 5,000 show up. So you kind of wonder what were the other one doing, the other percentage of the people. Let's see, 100,000, you divide 10 into that, that's 10,000. 10%, 5%, what would be the figure be? 5% show up to protest. It means that 95% are probably sitting at home getting ready to watch the game. Or they're trying to make money working at an Indian casino or somewhere else. And it really bugs me to see these people protesting something silly like a logo. Now, there's controversy whether or not the guy they supposedly named the Redskins after was really an Indian or a Native American. And you'll excuse me, I'm going to call them Indians. He lied in World War I and got a misdemeanor conviction in federal court for it to avoid the draft. But the Washington Redskins, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Atlanta Braves, even with Cheek Nakahoma, or whatever they call him now down there, and the Chicago Blackhawks, nobody's scalping anybody with a hockey stick. So, I don't get the sensitivity. Now, I don't know any American Indians. I only saw one. A guy who was drunk once. Actually, I take that back, twice. Two drunks, except that one guy wasn't drunk, come to think of it. He was on crystal meth, and he attacked a guy for not giving him some of his wine at the San Francisco Public Library, and I called the cops because he shoved the bottle into the poor wino's eye. The cops showed up. It took 15 cops to get this guy. Was huge. He was like 6'7", and he was like Bigfoot. And they were hitting him with nightsticks, and those things were bouncing off, and they were piling on him. He was throwing cops off of him like he was Incredible Hulk. That was about 30 years ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. They finally got him down by sheer mass of numbers and managed to handcuff him, but he had the power of, maybe 15 men with that stuff in his system. And there was a drunk at the garage a long time ago when I was in there at Portsmouth Square in San Francisco. I have nothing against Native Americans. I've never done anything to any of them. Nobody I know has done anything knowingly to any Native Americans. I come from German and Slovakian and Hungarian and Lithuanian, and with some Japanese and French and Moorish in my background stock. There were no Native Americans in Europe or Japan or France, at least not before our world wars that I knew of. And my ancestors didn't come here in 1620 and encourage the Native Americans to scalp settlers or other Native Americans. So why is this bug them so much? I don't get it. I really don't. Wouldn't it be better to take all that energy protesting a symbol, a logo, like the Steelers logo, and taking that energy and bettering the life of the average American Indian who live in poverty still on reservations in Arizona and New Mexico and elsewhere, who don't in some cases don't even have electricity, don't even have running representing it. And one reservation, they were trying to elect a guy to tribal council who's white, who may not have any Indian blood in it. But that's what they should be doing. Not getting Democrats to vote against this in Congress, change the logo, change the name. And you got the Golden State Warriors. And other teams with the word Warriors in that. Are we supposed to change every name in the country because some group, some minority doesn't like it? And what's racist about the word Redskin? When Native Americans called themselves Redskins at one time. That's another thing that makes no sense to me. The Washington Redskins are racist. They're playing football, for God's sakes. I doubt if the Jewish owner who refused to change a name, that he was a racist. I doubt that the previous owner was an attorney, friend of Larry King, William Bennett. I can't think of it, Williams. I doubt if he was a racist. I doubt if anybody on the team is a racist. It's full of black guys and full of white guys and people of all persuasions. And hold on a minute. I'm going to look up one other thing here. Now you had the famous Jim Thorpe who played semi-pro ball in the 30s and got his Olympic medal taken away from him. So I'm going to look up one other fact. And you can call me insensitive. I'm not a racist. I don't care. I'm watching football. Okay. Alright, here we go. Whoops, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong type of Indian. Okay. Hold on. There are people from India in the NFL. Hold on. Bear with me for that. Okay. Native Americans in pro sports. First Native American to win the Heisman, Sam Bradford. Jim Thorpe, 2 gold medals. Billy Mills, Oglala Lakota, second Native American to win Olympic gold. Charles Chief Bender, Chippewa for the Indians. Ellison Tarzan Brown Narragansett, Boston Marathon, twice. Competed in the 36th Olympics in Berlin. Joe Kapp, quarterbacked with the Vikings and the Bears. Now they call him Injun Joe. It doesn't say whether he was an Indian or not. Sam Bradford, Cherokee, played for the Rams. Out much of the season with a torn ACL. Kyle Losey Nomlaki played pitch for the Brewers. Joba Chamberlain pitched for the Yankees, Winnebago Indians. Jacoby Ellsbury, Navajo, now at the Yankees, and Shane Victorio, native Hawaiian, played for the Red Sox. So, also you've got people played for Louisville, college team, and here's Notub Begay III, Navajo, fights diabetes, and he's on the PGA Tour. And so those guys are out there, they're playing football. Are you going to call Native Americans who are playing football racist? Who have played football? Are they racist for being on a team that's, for being in the NFL? I'm sorry it took so long to find that. But I knew there had to be some. Native Americans have a proud heritage. Should be proud of what they are. But instead of protesting silliness, they should be helping out their own people. And we should do more to help them out. Help people less fortunate than sleeping in the streets. That's the guys these guys should be worrying about. Not a bunch of guys playing football on Sunday or Thursday or Monday or Tuesday. I'm starting to wonder sometimes we're going to have the Monday night edition of Tuesday Night Football on Wednesday night. 7 days a week of football. So that's all I got to say about this. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. Okay. This is a guy from Pittsburgh. I'll be back with another video. And some will not like this either, the next video I do. But I got to say what's on my mind. Have a great day. Hello, Brad Julio and Free Art Bell. And I'll catch you next time.